Okay, welcome back everyone to Miyagi Kai episode 13.
Bonsai.
What
Hey,
is
what's up?
up?
What it do?
What is up, Cobra Kai fans and Miyagi-Do fans?
Mhm.
Yeah, what's up? What it do,
Yeah.
everybody?
How's everybody's 4th of July? Oh, Terrell, did you get
It
rid of
was
the link?
chill.
Did I
It was
did I do what?
cool.
Get rid of the link.
Oh, thanks for reminding me because we were busy talking before we went live.
Yeah,
Forgot about
no,
that.
no worries, no worries.
Just hope no one got access to it. 'Cause
Yeah, well, even if it does, we're all here. So
yeah.
except for Joe, he's watching this new Superman movie, and
Yeah.
which I believe is going to be like really like surpass. It's going to be like the new Christopher Reeves Superman.
Ah,
How interesting.
And yeah, yeah, and I heard that this movie is gonna top the Snyderverse Superman.
I believe that. I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what Joe's thoughts are on this movie. No doubt the internet's going to explode
Yeah.
from when he posts his reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. All right, so you guys ready to start
Yeah. Finish
script?
episode 6.
let's get
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. I'm ready whenever you guys are.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Now, do you remember what Joe said as we were ending last week?
Yeah. I don't know what you think of this, but I kind of had like a like a different idea come to mind. So you remember how Joe said like how Sam and Malin are going to be struggling and get overwhelmed by Archer and Marie.
Yeah.
I don't like. I kind of thought that yes, like at first I kind of thought it is a good idea to bring Miguel into this episode, but the other half of me thinks that it's not a good. It's probably not the best idea because for one, like I kind of want this episode to focus mainly on Sam and Malin, and two, even though these two are overwhelmed, I kind of don't want bringing Miguel into this and to make Sam look weak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I do.
Like I've
Yeah.
kind of thought
Yeah,
of an
it's
idea
true.
that will allow Sam to maybe turn the tide back into her favor for like a moment that will pretty much end the fight pretty much with some miracle move.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also too, we should end this fight with Sam using something sharp, like plainly in self defense, and like where she had no other choice, where she takes something like sharp and like cuts Archer's eye, like blinding him on that side.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Hmm. And I know Joe mentioned the idea of using a sai, but it just doesn't make sense because Sam doesn't even have the size on her. So I'm probably thinking something sharp, like on the ground, that she'll use in some
Yeah.
kind of
I mean,
desperate,
she could find a knife.
Possibly.
or even a sharp glass will do.
Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe a sharp rock or something.
Yep, that would work
Yeah,
too.
that would work too.
Yeah.
Pretty much
All right,
anything
so
sharp.
All right, so let's get writing.
All right. All right. Before we start, can I read this last part?
Oh, where the tide turns?
Yeah.
Did you read it, Underground?
I did.
Okay. All right, so let's get writing.
Oh, and 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 do you know what I've noticed?
What?
Um, um, the line that says, "This is where the real fun begins."
Yeah.
Who else do we know says that?
Um.
Archer said that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm talking about a Star Wars character says it.
Well, actually, no. He says now the real pain begins.
Oh, wait, no, no. Anakin says the same thing in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
He says, "This is where the real fun begins." Uh, well, he and Obi-Wan uh are in battle with the starships in Revenge of the Sith. Um,
Oh. Okay.
at the very beginning of it,
Oh. Okay.
I just noticed that.
Oh. All right. All right.
Yeah.
So. All right. So let's get started.
Pretty much forgot to finish my sentence on the triple dragon kick that Archer does,
All
the
right.
move that that Joe explains us. Like I kind of almost forgot
Yeah.
what that move does. Like I'm trying to remember. Like I can pretty much just put for now that he he delivers a, a hard hit a hard hit to Sam's head that causes that knocks her down hard to where
Yeah.
she pretty much momentarily blacks out.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we could do that.
Because I kind of forgot what the entire move does.
We can have Archer say, um, s- uh, have him say, "Do you like that? Do you like Do you like that move, princess? And then, but then Sam and then Sam noticed like, oh, you know what? Now that where you said she blocks out for a few minutes, remember how we said that Archer's going to take Sam's octopus necklace?
Yes.
What if in those moments that's what he does?
Yep.
We could say while Sam is blocked out, Archer rips Sam's octopus necklace off her neck, and as Sam regains as Sam regains consciousness, um, Archer that's when Archer says, "Do you like that move, princess?"
Mm-hmm. And of course, like if we go to Malin and Marie, I think Malin will kind of be distracted by the move that Archer did on Sam, and she will also start losing her ground against Marie, who will of course take
Yeah.
advantage of Malin being distracted.
Okay, so you can write that, Tyrell.
Yeah. As,
Well, you'd have to erase the Archer then says.
oh wait. Well, we could still keep that. Like, do you like that move, princess? And right before he eventually walks up and steals the octopus necklace.
Yeah. Okay.
And I thought of a pretty decent idea for how I think Sam turns the tide against Archer.
Okay.
So like when she's knocked out, I'm thinking like after Archer rips the necklace from Sam when she's still on the ground. I'm thinking like when Archer's making all of these nasty insults to Sam after taking the octopus necklace. And I'm thinking like after Sam eventually regains consciousness and gets up and notices the octopus necklace is missing, and that's when she sees Archer, and as she does, like when Archer continues insulting her, something awakens within her as she remembers all those memories of her and Miguel, and not only does it motivate her, but this is where Sam does like a sneaky move. You want to hear it?
What is it?
This is where Sam pretends to surrender herself to Archer and Marie, where she voluntarily walks up and pretty much tells Archer and Marie to finish her. Like she kind of says, like
she says, here, take the what's it called? The symbol. Take
Yep.
the symbol.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what symbol? What symbol is
the honor symbol.
Oh, guys, Joe's on his way.
Okay, he's on his way.
Yeah, he said in the group chat.
Okay.
Oh, interesting, but yeah, and
He says he's coming right now.
And just to add on to what he said, Melissa, like where I'm kind of thinking.
What?
When Sam pretty much like puts this, like kind of throws a symbol on the ground like in front of her, where she tells Archer to come get it, as Sam is pretty much like still on the ground, kind of like on let's say on her knees.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Joe.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
Joe,
here, guys.
Hey, how was it? How was the movie?
Oh yeah, I got to tell you guys. Oh, dude, I've never loved a film more. I just.
What's up? What do you do?
I can't even. I just can't even.
You can tell us in the review when you do the video.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see it for sure.
Okay.
I just think that it's gonna be crazy because we're about to witness. I know you guys are really locked in to the Miyagi verse, and that's going to be your guys' main thing, and that's super cool, right?
Right?
But I've waited for the day that since I was a kid to say that DC has had some hits and they've had some misses, and now DC is back. And in like probably a couple of months to 2 years time, we will be saying that DC is the best superhero franchise.
Awesome.
So it's things are going to be happening that are going to be crazy, and things are happening with me. I'm going to be collaborating with a lot of different people because while I will be focusing on everything, and I still do care about the Miyagiverse, it's just
Right.
this is like a personal thing to me that like we really need this movie, and this movie needed to be good, and it's better than good, and I just think that like it's going to be so interesting doing these reviews because I don't even know what I'm gonna say right now because I'm still
Yeah,
just
listen,
blown away.
Joe, I'm into DC too, so I
Yeah,
can't wait for it.
no, I know exactly, and I think that's what's cool for people that are really into it. It's gonna be great, and I'm like I said, like I'm glad that I came on here because I did want to talk to you guys more about like as we're working on this spinoff. I like the idea that you guys have about the necklace. I was listening in a little bit, and then also like just I mean I think it's sad because I don't know if you told Tyrell, Melissa, but there's such an interesting divide in the fandom right now with
Yeah.
people over these spin-offs, and you guys are
Yep.
creating one of the greatest spin-offs. And well, if today's taught me anything, legacy and purpose are very important. and
Exactly.
and I think that you guys truly care about the legacy, and you guys the problem with these writers nowadays is people will say like at Disney people will say, oh, I'm a fan, I'm a fan of this of this thing, right? Or like I there's too many people that are just they're studio execs and like they sign the paperwork and they wear suits and ties, so like yours truly right now, and and when they do that, they have that like vision of like they're doing a job and they're paid to do a job, but they treat the job as only get paid. They're not bringing their creative flow. They're not bringing their vision to what they do, and and I think that is something that is truly special, and it's wonderful to see that you guys I think have been doing such a brilliant job with what you guys have been cooking here. Like every time I hear about what you guys are working on, I'm always mind blown
Thank
because
you, Joe. Thank
I
you.
Yeah.
think that you guys are just doing such a phenomenal job, and we're all working on really important things, and I think that this is really cool that there's a lot of cool things, and like I feel as a community we just need to be very we need to stand together, and and I feel that a lot of us there's a lot of cool visions and a lot of we're hearing people say, oh, this spin off, but there are people that and look, I loved Cobra Kai. I'm glad that it was an amazing that it was an amazing end to a show, and yeah, we had issues with part 3 and all that stuff, but the important thing is the ending to me. Everybody keeps saying Cobra Kai was the perfect ending, right? And
Right.
it closed chapters for some things, but it's not closed so much that it's
No.
ending. Like,
No.
not
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
characters
That's what I was
died
just
or like
telling Beyond the Kai. I was saying
two.
it was the perfect ending for Johnny and for Daniel,
Yep.
but not necessarily for but not necessarily for the other characters. Like if they do like these, if we when we get these spin-offs, like Sam and Hawk and Dimitri and Robbie and Tori, whatever ending they get in those spin-offs, that's going to be that's going to be their perfect ending for them.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing I think people need to accept is like that these stories that are being told, you're getting those endings. You're getting the feeling, okay, these are endings that are worthy of our time, and and that means something to people. Like I don't know exactly what it means, but it means something to people, and I feel that that is something that's very important as you look at everything, kind of go, okay, hey, this story that people love, and you, and when you think of these ideas, these creators when they're working on these ideas, right now you look at it as ideas. There's ideas planned, and there's things planned for ideas. But what exactly do those ideas lead to? Right? What is the plan? And you keep seeing people. Like, I'm getting tired, and I'm probably gonna do a video about it today because I'm getting really annoyed about it. If I hear one more person say there's no story for the Sam spinoff, I'll just point to you guys and say that's not true, because it really upsets me that
There's
people say.
always a story. There's always a story with each and every character.
And I
Yeah,
think the thing is,
exactly.
you
I
need
agree.
passionate fans that want to accept um that want to
Yeah, I agree with you.
accept that. You want to see passionate fans help thrive and grow with those things. And I think
Yeah.
that's just really too bad when people are so close-minded. They 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 can hate one character, but they can't accept that these characters can grow and thrive in their own stories.
Exactly.
Like, even I hated Dimitri in Cobra Kai season 6 part 2, and even a little bit of part 1. And I can even say that part 3 completely surprised me. And, like, if Dimitri pops up in a spinoff, whether it's his own or just like a cameo in another project, I'm not gonna be mad to see him, because I'd love to see where his story goes.
But I
And
swear to,
the
but I swear, sorry, Joe. What were we gonna say?
just with Dimitri, I was saying, like, how we've gone from not liking him to liking him, and all those things. And just
But I swear to God, though, Joe, when in part three, like I did love Dimitri in part three. When he said he was not going to MIT, I wanted to pick him up and throw him, because that means we had two parts, 10 episodes of
yeah,
him
Shut
talking
the fuck up about
nonstop about
MIT.
when they
MIT.
wrote that
That was
when they
funny.
wrote that was frustrating. Like,
Shut the fuck up about
I'm all down
MIT.
for a joke,
That was crazy.
Dimitri's going to MIT.
but
Yeah.
that took it too far. So what
We
have
had
we been?
two
I'm
parts
gonna
of I'm
run
going to
down
MIT.
to grab a drink real quick. But what
All
have we
right.
oh what have we accomplished so far? So I heard
Um.
about I heard about the necklace.
Okay. So.
Because that's something that needs to come
Okay.
first,
So.
Sam.
Wait. Do you want to explain what the triple dragon kick does again? Because we completely forgot
Oh
about
yeah, I
what.
can. 1 second. I just gotta run to the
Okay.
Okay.
right back.
But yeah, well,
Okay.
he's pretty much gone for a few minutes. Like, pretty much like going get back to what I was saying. Like I think like when they start losing their momentum in that fight, and
Yeah.
where Sam is knocked out, and Archer takes the octopus necklace. I think
Well,
that
we didn't actually mention that part yet. Because he said when Malin gets distracted upon looking away at Sam being knocked out. So we could say, like, Archer then Archer then steps forward. Uh, Actually, do you think it should be Archer or Marie? Like, what if they
uh,
switch it?
if we do that, then what do you think Marie is gonna do?
Like, get like as Sam, like as Malin is on the ground, Marie looks over at Sam knocked out, and looks over at Archer, and Archer walks over towards Maylin, and as Marie walks over to Sam, and she sees the octopus necklace on Sam, and she rips it off, and she kneels down and rips it off her neck, as Sam, regaining consciousness, looks at her and says, "Thanks for the lovely necklace, princess."
Yeah, we could do that, but I feel like it's a good idea to stick to Archer doing it, because
Okay.
feel like there's like I have something a little something kind of epic plan for for Archer taking it, because I feel like this is like when Archer gets under Sam's skin, like he pretty much like pokes the bear and unleashes something within Sam that we normally we've never seen.
Okay, all right, yeah. So let's do Archer, and then you could say what I said. Like, my girlfriend will. Thanks for the necklace. Thanks for the necklace. My girlfriend will appreciate it.
Hmm. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Just reading something in the chat. Yeah, yeah. I can see what you're saying in the chat, Cobra Kai fan.
Yeah.
I totally
Yep.
agree with all of it. Like like Sam having 6 seasons, that would be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where, where were we again?
Oh, you see, you had it right the first time.
Oh wait, what? What happened?
Mei Lin. You had it right the first time.
What did I get right the first time?
No, you had it. You had the I first. You had the I first, but then you accidentally switched to a U when you were writing out Mei Lin.
Oh yeah, I don't know what I was doing, but yeah.
That's okay. No worries. Let's keep going.
We're still. So you guys said you had questions about that kick.
The triple dragon kick. Yep.
Yeah. So it was. I believe it's
Because
meant
all
to.
I all I said is that since I can't remember the move entirely, I said something like Archer delivers a hard blow to Sam's head, which
Yeah.
knocks her
That's
down super hard.
it is a hard blow because it's basically it's called a triple kick because it has three components to it and it all kind of leads in together. Where like the components you have are it's got I think one's like a front kick, one's a side kick, and one's a hook kick. And it's all like combined into a super move basically.
Oh yeah, the hook kick is the one that pretty much kind of like the third
So
and final kick that delivers
yeah, it's that
the,
final blow
the
thing that delivers the final blow to really just go crazy.
yeah. So like speaking of the front kick, like where do you think Archer would kick Sam with a front kick?
Well, I was kind of toying around with this idea where Sam thinks it's a front kick, and then it feels more like what we call cousin karate and specifically in Cobra Kai, because the way they shoot as someone who does real martial arts, a lot of times when we're gonna throw something, we fake it, right? And so like sometimes if I'm sparring someone, I don't want them to know what I'm gonna throw or they're gonna try and catch it or counter it, right?
Hmm.
So I thought of the idea of like it starts like a front kick, so it seems like, oh, I have foundation of karate. I can easily see that coming and block it. So I thought of turning into almost like a reverse crescent kick, which is what they shoot Cobra Kai on. So it's like I was thinking about almost bringing it up like a front kick, but then like almost changing it um, where you basically I think they call it a twist kick, where it's like you're going from it's set up like a front kick, and then you're kind of bringing it around and just kind of like setting it up so it looks like it could be a good spin kick, but it also is gonna like when you do it, it's almost gonna be like I wanted this blow to be really fatal, so I thought the twist Sam might try to do on her blocks, and it might incapacitate her in the arm, and then like saying like by the final blow, each of these kicks is going to do something devastating that's going to make it harder for our heroes to get get um get the momentum back, right?
Yeah. So pretty
Because I
much
feel
like it's a matter of kind of like faking the front kick to throw her off.
yeah,
Yeah.
throw her off balance, which is a very very good lesson for most people.
Because
Yeah.
like
Oh,
thinking
that's a
about
good
it, like
idea.
as with Sam being a powerhouse, she could easily block a front kick. Like
That's
either
what I was thinking. I feel like it was too simple, so I wanted to change it. And even though it's a combination, I feel like she just would know how to deal with it. So I needed to do something to make it stand out.
Okay, that's really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
How can we write that? Can we?
Well, I mean, after all the conversations I've had with people, and then even just talking with even just talking with William and stuff, it made me think of some cool stuff,
That's awesome.
which
Yeah.
definitely works out. I think that's really really cool to think of when you really see that sort of thing applied.
Mhm.
Um. Okay. So
Something.
to begin again, could I have like and then this is where we switch over to Archer, where he rips off the necklace, where he goes over, where he walks close up to Sam and rips that necklace off.
Yep. Oh wait, hold on. Didn't we already? From what I remember, didn't we already mention the part in the script where Archer takes the octopus necklace? If I can.
No, I mean we mentioned it, but you didn't write it.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Anyway, back to where we were. Yeah, Archer. Archer walks up.
Underground, that's crazy. I still don't know, actually. I gotta look it up. I saw you mention that question. Like, I still don't know myself.
But if a Sam spinoff does get made, a Cobra Kai fan, it should be called the Bonsai Badass.
Mm, I would be totally open to that title. Or something that starts off with bonsai.
Yeah.
I like that title. It should be associated with her name.
Yeah.
I feel that's a good idea. Because nowadays titles need to be simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it needs to be simple. Yeah, I love the idea, especially since they've echoed the Bonsai Badass name
Yep.
for a long time. It's funny. Speaking of Cobra Kai, just so you guys know, I gotta look back at it again, but I wouldn't expect anything crazy from what's her face from the girl that plays Yasmin in Superman, because I barely noticed she was there.
Oh, really?
I know there was a scene where it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I was looking at the her what was it called? Like the movie views, not the movie views, but let me take a look at it for a second. Oh, the IMDb, whatever it's called is. Yeah, I was looking at her that, and I saw, oh, she's on a Superman movie. So,
Like
did
she's,
you see her on there?
and the best way to describe it is they kind of cast. They must have watched Cobra Kai. They kind of cast her for what she normally does, because she has a scene where I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's like a typical gossip scene, because even though the Daily Planet has people that are adults, sometimes journalists gossip among each other, and there's a moment where you see her, and then I was like, oh, okay, I wonder if we're gonna see her again. And we didn't see her again, so it's kind of, she's got less to do here than I would say that Sholo had, considering Sholo played a big character being Blue Beetle now, right?
So basically, she was like the guest on there or something like that, like a guest or something.
I would say even shorter than a guest role, because it's a big company, and like she's there, but not, because she's not that important of a character. I can't even say that she's like a supporting character because she doesn't really do anything. She's there just strictly for the gossip purpose of having someone to talk to and to gossip.
Ah.
Like she's like I noticed her and I recognized her, but I was like, oh, okay, so she's. I didn't have high expectations from her. I think we'll see a lot more of Stingray in Fantastic Four. To be fair,
Right.
because we know he's going to be Mole Man, and that sounds like a big character considering they're playing a Fantastic Four villain. So depending on how long the scene is, I think that we'll probably see a lot.
That actually sounds better. CVO. The Bonsai Badass Legacy.
I like the Badass Legacy.
Bah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Off Target Joe. Yes, Cobra Kai fan. I did see Superman already. I will be posting a out of the theater. Well, not out of the theater, but of my first thoughts first, and then my full review as it. So I'm gonna make a short first, and then I'll do a video. What is Joe's favorite Cobra Kai season? Oh yeah, you answered Chosen. Oh, yeah, season 5 is my favorite. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, no, I have. I'm still reeling, man. That's all I'll say. This movie is heavy, and it's when you anticipate something, you don't really always know what you're gonna get, and like either you get disappointed or you'll get exactly what you asked for. And I don't even know like if the right word is like I got what I asked for, but I feel like I got more than what I asked for, and like I feel like that's dealing with that is just a different scenario. Are we doing? We're not. Me and Ken already watched an animated movie. I'm gonna be busy tonight, Underground, so I don't think I'll do any watch parties tonight. We might watch another movie tomorrow because I have been enjoying watching the animated movies. And after this movie, I kind of want to keep watching animated movies because I'm kind of on a DC kick now where I just want to keep watching stuff because it just waiting for the next projects. Oh, without spoiling it, how's Lex Luthor? Okay, now guys, I'm gonna say something because I'm gonna go deeper into my review, and I know people are gonna judge me because you guys haven't seen the movie, right? If Michael Rosenbaum was right here in this room with me, I think he would agree with the sentiment. I think we need to, as time moves on, we need to accept that while you are a legend, sometimes someone comes in with just talent that can't be matched, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I know there's a lot of hardcore Smallville fans, and I love Smallville, but to me, Holt is my new favorite Lex Luthor. Like he is, in my opinion, this is only the first movie we saw of him, and the trailer you don't see as much of him, right? Because they're trying to hide the surprises. He does a lot more in this movie than the trailer makes you think he does, and he just has a way about him where. You know how I always talk about with Marvel and DC, we always talk about how, like, villains need to be villains? And sometimes, there's always a way to redeem them or make them seem like they're less people. This is not a guy that you can redeem. And this is not a guy that, like, really gives a shit about your opinion. He's kind of like a YouTuber, an angry YouTuber on steroids who can't be stopped if he had billions of dollars. Like, he definitely brought in things that you just have never seen. And I can't wait to see when we see him again, because it just brings a whole different dynamic to everything. And it blows my mind. Yeah, dude, you'll love it, man.
Joe, do you want to see what's being written so far?
Yeah, I will look at that in a second. I'm just reading the chat right now. Is Lex Luthor better than Cassandra Nova? So we're comparing Deadpool and Wolverine to Superman? Yes, 100%. Because here's the thing, Cassandra Nova that's like basic in terms of bald villains. That's like wannabe Charles Xavier's sister, which was a
pathetic,
like an
gullible, weak. That word.
Yeah, I'm looking at what's being written right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Yeah, this is definitely this is definitely the Lex Luthor you guys have all wanted to see, and I think that's really really good. Oh, your favorite season is season 2. Can I join you? I know I said I've been out of. Yeah. You're liking what's going on, Chosen? It's interesting. We're definitely talking about the script right now. It's looking pretty promising. You guys, what episode are we on? This is 13 of the.
Yeah.
Episode 6, but we're getting near
pretty
the
much.
end.
Yeah,
We're
pretty
getting
much
near
like
the
this.
end.
This is pretty much like the
I
final
mean, and
part
then
of
once we
episode
end,
6.
once we end it, I gotta go because it's getting kind of late for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
once you
We'll pretty much write down our last ideas for this episode before we
Yeah.
head out.
Yeah, let's do that so we can cap off. Because I know you guys definitely want to get out of here.
At least, well, it's all fresh in my mind.
Well, we don't want to get out of here, but we have to get out of here because we all have early work tomorrow.
We all got places to be.
Yeah. So wait. So Archer said with a smirk. Is that what you meant to put?
Oh, I should say with a smug smile. Like, what did I?
Oh, it just says smug, and it says smug says.
Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, I should say with a smug smile.
Yeah, gotta love the smug smile.
Okay. But then that a smug.
Oh, there it is. They smugs. Archer then with a smug smiles, then says.
Yeah.
Looking for this princess? As he holds up.
Doing the princess one-liner is pretty good. I love the one-liners.
Oh, what do you think Archer could say as another insult?
Well, I think that this would probably be where Sam looks furious, and that's where she's gonna do what, and then this is where we kind of this is kind of like maybe where she sees Marie stepping on Maylin, like maybe on her throat, and this is where she does what you said about.
Yeah, like I said, like something like pretty much like, yeah, she's furious on the inside, but this is where she pretty much sees how much of a different world it is. Like she kind of realizes that and realizes that in order to get the better of Archer and pretty much these two, she has to kind of think outside the box. Like she has to get a little bit sneaky and kind of, even if this means fighting. I should say a little dirty. She has to get her hands dirty.
Right.
Here's what I'll say, Cobra Kai fan. The end credit scenes are not important to the future. They are more for fun. But the movie itself directly sets up that this universe is only beginning, and it's got some hints of some things that we are aware of that's been announced that are told to us with amazing writing and storytelling that you'll know what's next. There are things in the film that completely, unlike Marvel, this movie tells you, it doesn't beat around the bush. It tells you what's coming. You don't need to really wait.
I can't wait to see this movie. I think I'm going to see it this weekend. I'm going to try.
This weekend's a good time. I think you're going to love it, Melissa, because I think the biggest thing that I want you guys to know is, like, I know a lot of people, like, their understanding of Superman. There's people that, like, they see the Zack Snyder version, and there's people that, love Smallville and everything. And the best way to describe it is, this is the closest, like, we've had good comic book movies before, but this is the closest I think we've ever been to any, like, comic book movie we've ever seen to being an actual comic. Like you really feel, if you've read the comics, you've seen animated stuff, that they understand not only Superman, but they understand the story they're telling, and all the characters, they are, obviously actors are doing a good job playing these characters, but you really feel, even though, we have great actors proving that they can play great characters, they really embody these characters, and you really feel like there's certain sequences of this movie where it does really leap off the page. And you feel that's wonderful. But this movie is also very hopeful. Um, and I think that's wonderful. Like, the hopeful. I did cry a couple times. It is very emotional. Nothing horrible happens. Like I wouldn't say like expect people to die or anything crazy, but it's the vibe, right? It's the feeling of we've had Superman movies for so long where they were so dark and so gruesome and just like not what Superman is. And in this world where we are at right now, especially if we live in America, to have this sense of hope and to feel that you watch all these Marvel movies and you see how people depict heroes, and I don't think we've really seen the embodiment of a hero in this light. And people say like in the comics, Superman's a boring character. He never he he never loses a fight, right? And like and people are like, oh, if it's not kryptonite or whatever, he's powerless and all these things. And because you have to remember that this is a Superman that is just starting out in this new universe, and he he definitely gets his ass beat a lot. Like that, the trailers made that pretty clear, and I think the movie will make that even more clear to you. But that's what's so great about it is the fact that you feel urgency. You're like you love Superman, but you know that even though this character's been around for a long time, you can't shake the feeling like that anything could happen because you know
Right.
it because Superman's died in the comics before and then he comes back. So, oh, Tyrone Magnus is 100% a clown. Tyrone Magnus
Well,
wasn't a fan of Superman. That kind of frustrates me. He's an
tell
idiot. Cobra Kai.
did we actually do a scene where they get the honor symbol?
Oh, we're talking about the honor symbol.
Oh, like didn't we mention like how? Hold on. Yeah, you're right. Like, how did I was kind of wondering that earlier. Like, how did she get the honor symbol?
Yeah, I have to clown on him a little bit.
Oh
That's
yeah, you
my
know
favorite.
you know what
Honestly,
you know how I think she. Remember how Archer when Maria when Malin and
Oh
when
yeah,
Malin
they already had it.
yeah, like Archer actually has this got his hands on the symbol. Like, remember when he said, "Are you mean this? You mean this symbol that you're
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
for?"
yeah. Archer
Like,
and Marie already
and I
had it.
and I think Sam does something that will actually get this that will pretty much like
Right.
get the symbol out of Archer's
You're right.
hands. Like,
Yeah,
you know
Archer and
what?
Marie already
I'm kind
had
of
it.
I'm kind of thinking of something different where Sam offers to surrender herself to Archer and pretty much tricks Archer into thinking
how did you
that
come up
she's
with the?
done by begging Archer to finish her off.
How did you guys come
Well,
up with the
maybe
character?
not finish her off, but something like, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like something Sam would do, like beg, you know. Even as to fake it. Um, she begins to kneel on her knees.
Oh, no. Yeah,
And
let's.
she doesn't say anything, but Archer kind of like lifts her chin up and like just as he's about to like deliver like a huge blow, that's when Sam does the sneak move.
How did you guys come up with the name for Archer as a character?
Well,
It just kind of came,
well, when
kind
we
of
were
came
like
up.
thinking about his character, I'm thinking about his character and like his appearance, um, like his appearance, he just, I don't know, we were just trying to like come up with like, okay, like what's the best name that can just like can really suit how dangerous this guy is.
That'd be cool,
A-
Chip.
And we thought like his aim is really good. His aim is really powerful. And like when he strikes, it's like like shooting a bow.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yes. So uh so Archer just seemed to fit, you know.
Hmm.
Uh and you could say like Archer lifts her chin up, and just as she's about to just as he's about to deliver a really painful blow, to her, that's when she surprises him.
Yeah, and you know what I think? Like for the part where she surprises him, like I don't like this may seem random, but I think like at like when Sam surprises him, she pretty much like jabs Archer like somewhere above. Well, definitely not in the crotch, but somewhere like above, like not too far above his.
Definitely a vital area where
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, some pretty much like kind of like almost like just below the abdomen.
Like basically doing what Daniel did, and just like what Mr. Miyagi did, and just going right for the gold,
Yep.
right where the sun don't shine.
Yep.
The gold. And that's when she grabs the necklace.
Mhm.
And that's when
Yeah, just let me finish
and then,
this one part.
yeah.
I agree, Chosen. That's so cool. Sam says the line "Live or Die" spinoff is gonna be peak.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That would be cool. That would be cool, but I don't see her saying that just yet.
It could happen.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Just yet, like not in this scene. Like not in this scene.
Chosen, Fantastic Four is in trouble, bro. They are in trouble because they have to convince people that a team in the '60s that is trying to basically save the planet from an alien invasion is more interesting than an alien who has found his humanity saves the planet. Oh, you liked it underground, didn't you? It just felt so perfect underground.
Okay.
Yeah.
I individual music videos for some of the characters too. Like once more people see the movie, because there's some ideas I'm toying around with that will be pretty cool. This is one of the most unique superhero soundtracks you guys will ever hear. Also, I don't know if you guys remember the character in X-Men First Class that got killed too quick, and then we never got to see him play a great character. But he gets to play Mr. Terrific in this movie. And if you guys know DC lore and you know Mr. Terrific, oh, you guys are gonna love Mr. Terrific in this movie. I
As
even even my most skeptical friend, right? So I was so worried about bringing AJ to this movie because I didn't know if there was any with all the politics and stuff. I didn't know if he could handle fun, but we both could not wipe the biggest grin off our face. Like it was just so cool. And you guys really get to hear more in my review too about that. This review is gonna be long, man. I can already feel like that's why I'm glad we're wrapping this up because already 10:42, and I gotta go to bed at some point. Gotta get changed out of all my fancy clothes.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a scene stealer for sure. You'll love him, Chosen. He's nothing like the Mr. Terrific from the Arrowverse. Absolutely nothing. This is the definitive Mr. Terrific for sure. And DC understands how to do humor better than Marvel does, man. The jokes in this movie almost had me pee my pants multiple times. Like I just couldn't. It was so well timed and so
Could
well
say
like
like, and then it could say, well, after that, like Marie like looks over at Archer and is about like to go, is about like to go to him, but then suddenly Maylin like sweep like makes a surprise attack of her own where she sweep legs Marie and knocks her to the ground,
Oh
sweet.
and
yeah,
then
pretty much when Marie is distracted by Sam getting the upper hand on Archer.
yeah, and then Maylin kind of like jumps on top of jumps on top of Archer, like tackling him to the ground, only where only to be pushed off by him. And
Mhm.
but
Exactly.
and then like just as they were about ready to engage, they like kind they check the time. They check the time, and Marie says this fight is over for now. And they head
Mm.
and they and they start heading back.
You guys have really thought of the dialogue and planned out some amazing stuff, which is great.
Yeah. Although we are missing the part, where Sam gets Archer in the eye.
Yeah, I thought about that. I think we're gonna save that for maybe episode 10.
Yeah, I think this is perfect time for Archer to, for the injury to his eye to happen, because I feel like that will kind of be like some kind of like major event, like a turning point for him.
Yeah.
Having to wear an eye patch and
I
have
already
just one eye.
really good idea for the finale that I can't wait for you guys to see.
Oh,
Okay.
for this season.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna make fans, if this spinoff ever happens, if the writers do our version, it's gonna make the fans kind of shit their pants and want season 2 very much. Like,
Melissa, instead of like taking out Archer's eye, do you know what I thought of? I'm thinking maybe like kick him like somewhere in the nose where
that's a good idea.
he ends up with a bloody nose, something like that. At
Yeah,
least
I
it goes
just
off.
thought maybe it was kind of like symbolic because if Sam takes at least half of Archer's sight, his dojo is going to want payback for that.
Yeah.
Which ties into my idea for the finale, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Let's just say
like his dojo is going to want payback for that, and it makes what happens to Sam in season 3 a lot more sense.
Right. Mm-hmm. Which we will discuss later when we get to that, but we're not
Yeah.
going to get into it now, obviously.
wouldn't it be crazy if you ended up liking it, Chosen?
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Imagine if you and Karate both actually said that you're happy that a Sam spinoff was made if they do it like this.
Yep.
You guys will definitely like the finale. That much I can say from what I have planned for what I've written down already for us. It's going to be pretty crazy.
Awesome! I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it. We'll discuss that on our phone call. On our Miyagi Kai phone call on Thursday.
Yeah, I just feel it's important with this. If there's a chance this spinoff is our is our beginning jumping off point, we need a massive cliffhanger to really send us off and make us not only ready for the next season, but getting us ready for the Miyagi verse in general.
Joe, I'm gonna write something. Keep typing, Tyrell. Joe, I'm gonna write something in the private chat and just let me know what you think of it. Don't say it out loud,
Yeah,
okay?
no worries. I will answer it without doing that. Okay. Chosen, I'm glad you said that. There is something about that I will be talking to Melissa. I'll tell you that much. That is a part of my idea. But it's a little bigger than that, Chosen. That's all I'll tease for now. There's a little twist with it. Because since this is our spinoff, I wanted to put a personal touch on something that we've talked about that I want to see in action. And I think that people will be very happy.
All right, I just sent it, Joe, in the private chat.
What do you think? Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow.
I think
That
that's a good.
is not a bad idea, honestly.
I love that.
Really,
Pretty
you think
good.
so? Okay, interesting, Chosen.
Well, you know what? Okay. I don't know if she would say all of that. Um, I'd say just end it for love and determination. Let's not have her mention Miguel's name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
And then let's get back to like Marie um
Yeah, I
and
did. I did
Malin,
mention.
where they do just what I said. Like as Marie's distracted, Malin sneak attacks Marie with the sweep leg in return and gets up to her feet and that's and and she jumps over and then just as she looks like she's about ready to attack Marie. She jumps over and she tackles Archer and to the ground. And just as Marie and Archer get up, looking as though they're ready to continue the fight, Marie just suddenly says um, or Sam says this fight is finished, and that's when Marie says, "For now, it is." And
Good.
they walk away, and then
And,
that's when Maylin kind of and they're kind of upset that they didn't get the honor symbol, but that's when Maylin shows Sam that they did because she pickpocketed out of Archer when she tackled him. And
Okay.
then they head back to the they head back to the to uh to their class, and the teacher, I forget what her name is, the teacher asks how did it go, and Sam Marie said it went better than expected. And they said that and the teacher asked, "Did you run into any trouble?" And she said, "We ran into a few bears." As they look over at Marie and Archer, who were staring at them, and Sam says that Malin was able Malin was able to get to get the symbols, and
Mhm.
she shows them to her teacher, and the teacher congratulates both of them, and she she names Maylin the again the leader of the class.
Yep, we did talk about this last time. Yeah, she does. She does give Malin the title as leader of the class.
Yeah.
Pretty much, this is where Sam and Malin have like some sort of respect for each other. Like they're no longer, definitely no longer enemies, but not quite.
Yeah, and this is when after the class leaves, Malin says, just like nonchalantly says, here. Like they allow them to keep the symbols. And this is when Malin says, here. She gives Sam the honor symbol, and Sam says it's yours. And Sam says it's yours. You got it. And but Malin says, but you fought for it. You fought with honor, or you fought with honor to get to get that necklace back. You fought to honor your boyfriend. You fought to honor your boyfriend.
How much writing do we have left for this episode?
I think, and then that's it. That's the end. And Sam like takes it, and that's the end of it. And then as they're walking away, Marie kind of like grabs Sam's shoulder and says, "This isn't this fight is not over yet." As she whispers to her,
Yeah.
and Sam looks a little bit with a mix of fear and anger, and then that's the end of it. And then they just continue, but Sam just continues to, but Sam pulls free and just continues to walk away.
Joe,
Head out of here.
No. This fight isn't over until we say it is.
Joe, what you think on what is your take?
Yeah.
About what I said about the Loki show.
Thanks, CVO. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Tyrell. I'm gonna start to head out too, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna head out. I might do a stream in a little bit, so I'll see you
Same
guys
here.
a little bit.
All right.
All right. But Tyrell, do you got everything that I said?
Yes, and I'll rewatch it just in case I forgot. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Everyone, this was a great stream.
Yeah.
Of course it was. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you later. I'll see you on Instagram, Beyond the Kai, and I'll see you guys too.
Yeah.
All right.
See y'all later.
Everyone have a great night. All right.
You have a great night. Stay safe.
Yep. Thank you all for coming. See you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Do this.